Good morning, everyone. It is time. It is Turkey Week. American Thanksgiving is hot on our heels. It's coming, chasing us down. I know you guys are excited for it. I've got a full, fun week of streaming for you here. Lots of stuff going on. Today's show is jam-packed with discussion. What did I do on my day off? What's going on behind the scenes? How's DS Politics doing? And what's this? New merch? That's right. It's going to be a jam-packed, chill, fun episode on today's Level 1 podcast. So let's get it going.
Get ready for some meaningful content, because the king is back, the king of the live stream, the king is back. Woo!
Alrighty, everyone. Happy Sunday. I am back. I had a day off yesterday that was quite rejuvenating, to say the least, and I am ready and raring for a special holiday week here on DSP Gaming. Whether you're watching live on YouTube or you're watching live on Kick, I welcome you here to the show, broadcasting from lovely, lovely Renton, Washington. All right, so let's get caught up, shall we? I wasn't here yesterday because it was my day off. And yesterday was a day when I was doing some errands. But luckily for me, my wife and I kind of talked it out on what we could do and couldn't do, and decided rather than me running around a bunch of stores that we try to order some stuff online, so that way I could basically get all my errands done relatively quickly, so that I could jump in and spend more time with her, which I did. It ended up being a very nice day of kind of hanging out at home, doing a little bit of cleaning and stuff like that, but having a good amount of time to just kind of relax, which is what you want to do on your day off. That's kind of the point, right? And I was very happy to finally have a day to kind of just chill. Although I was doing a bunch of stuff, I was paying my month-end bills and stuff. There was still tedious stuff going on, but it was a good one. Spent a lot of time with Jasper Kitty. Jasper now, for the new season, has decided that he wants to start spending time in his cat tree, which is funny. We've had a cat tree for him forever, like since we got him many, many years ago. And he pretty much never uses this thing. Like, literally, he just avoids it for some reason. It's weird. Most cats love cat trees. All of a sudden, he's now starting to go into it and sleep inside. There's like 2 different compartments inside you can sleep in. And he started sleeping in it, and he really likes it now. So, finally, only having this thing like multiple years, so many years, finally getting use out of it. Thank goodness. And everything around here is going good. We've got 2 ceiling fans installed. We love the fan downstairs, by the way. This was part of the saga of last week where my power went out for 12 hours, and then the ceiling fan electrician installer guy showed up like right after the power came back on. We love the fan. We haven't actually used the fan portion yet, but the light is super good. We actually used it downstairs yesterday, not only, eating in the dining room, but also cleaning and stuff. And it's a really great ceiling fan with a adjustable light that goes different levels and stuff. So that's all good. And, all right, elephant in the room. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my fall line of merch is currently live on darksidefil.shop. I am currently wearing the new DSP Gaming logo hoodie, which is essentially DSP Gaming with a crown, but the crown is actually an upside-down gaming controller. All right. I swear to you. Oh, by the way, what's up, Game Boy? Game Boy said hello. How you doing, Game Boy? I swear to you, this was not new or planned. I've had this logo for many years. Someone made this for me many years ago, but being that for a while there, I was retiring the whole King moniker, I didn't use it. But now the King is back, and people are liking the merch quality, me included. So to show you what this is, all right, if you're interested, go to darksidefil.shop, my official merchandise store on the internet. And you can buy all kinds of fun merch for the holidays. I mean, 'tis the season now, right? Perhaps you want to get yourself something nice for the fall. Perhaps Christmas is coming up and someone's a fan and would like something. So this is what I'm wearing right now. It is the King Unisex Pullover Hoodie. Okay? And it is super comfy. It is a good thickness. It's not ultra thick, like some sweatshirts, it's also not thin. It's kind of right in the middle, which is how I like it. It is comfortable. It's got a nice hood. You can see 2 tassels to tighten that sucker, right? And it is very, very comfortable on and very warm, actually. I didn't know how warm it would be. And I'm actually not even wearing like an undershirt on this, and I'm pretty warm in this thing. So, FYI, good quality stuff. And it arrived yesterday on my day off, which is why I was finally able to put it on today and model it for you on my streams, okay? So you can get it here on darksidephil.shop. They also have just a standard sweatshirt without the hood, if you're just looking for a sweatshirt. There's also other variations. Like, there's different colors available, too. If you take a look, this is the DSP Gaming logo without the crown. Maybe you don't like the crown and you just like the DSP Gaming logo, but this is the one with the crown, okay? And of course, the Level 1 Podcast mug, which I forgot to bring in here today because I was rushing around. Also, this new design has launched. This is the DSP Gaming Red Dead Redemption style logo. This is another one that I've had for many years and never really did anything with. So, good new lines of product. FYI, I actually do have a sweatshirt of this that I'm going to wear on stream probably later this week too. But I don't want to, you know, how can I wear 2 at once? So probably later on in the week, I'll wear that to show you how it looks, okay? Okay, so by the way, if you're wondering, this is extra large, because some people might say, well, how does it fit, right? This is the extra large size, and I would say it's loose. So if you like a loose fit, you want extra large. You know how big I am. You see me on stream, right? I'm about 6 feet tall, just under, like 5'11", and I weigh like 195 pounds, and this is nice. It's a little loose. If you were to get large, it probably would be more snug to the body. So I guess it depends on your personal preference. Like, do you like it more snug or more loose? Personally, I like looser, but maybe you like it a little snugger. So the other thing, I have a large sweatshirt, and I'll be modeling that later in the week, and then I'll let you know how that feels, you know, on the body. So, but it's good stuff. Now, I'm just going to tell you right now, if you want it for Christmas, you have to buy it now. You must order now. Why? Because everything right now is already backed up. This sweatshirt, or excuse me, this hoodie and the sweatshirt were actually put into process, I want to say around 3 weeks ago, and I just got them. So you really, really want to order now if you want to get something for Christmas. Do it now. Whether it's a mug, a tote bag, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a hoodie, you know, baseball or ringer shirt, whatever. Get it now. Get it there in time. Don't order and then be sad that it showed up after Christmas, okay? Our first contribution of the morning has come in from Darkside Pimp, who has gifted a single sub over on Kick. Congrats to Cool Spot, who just got it. Thank you, Darkside Pimp, for starting the support. I appreciate that. All right, so now that we've got the gratuitous plugs out of the way, that is not Darkside Pimp that I just typed. What I would like to say is thank you all for an outstanding week last week. As you all can see, the streak continues. 79 straight streams of hitting my goals and felting my loser trolls. It has been an amazing, amazing ride. I'm very excited to continue the streak, to keep the momentum going, and of course, to keep doing DSP Tries-Its. Man, I really liked doing that DSP Tries-It we did on Friday. It was the Triple Threat Smash Burger Taste Test Challenge, where I tried the Jack in the Box, Sonic, and Shake Shack Smash Burgers in a head-to-head challenge, and man, it was fun and very different. I have never done a DSP Tries-It that big before. So if you haven't seen it, that's on DSP Reacts, and I recommend that you give it a look. You'll probably have a great time with it because it was really fun to do. And actually pretty informative for someone who had never had a... The story is... Sorry about that. I went to the website. For someone who had never had a smash burger before. I had literally never eaten a smash burger. I didn't know what it was. And then I tried it. And I was like, whoa, this is like really interesting. So give it a look, okay? So this week, what's going on? Well, first of all, obviously, as you know, on my streams, you can participate and support in many different ways. For example, if you're on the YouTube side, you can do a super chat or a super sticker. you can become a member of the channel, or you could gift a membership to your fellow viewer. If you're watching live on Kick, you could become a sub. And if you become a paid sub, you'll join the Founders Club. Right now, I want to say there's like 35 founder spots left on the Kick channel. What it is if you're one of the first 100 paid subs on Kick, you get a special badge. The number 1 will appear next to your name. And a lot of people have gotten this and like it a lot. You get that forever, basically to show you're one of the early supporters of Darkside Phil on Kick. So you can still get in on that because there's still around 35 spots left. Or if you gift subs to your fellow viewer, that also supports the channel. Or maybe you don't want to support through the websites, which is fine. You could leave me a tip via my PayPal, and you can find a link to that in the description of either stream. On YouTube, you can use the tips command, !tip. Over on Kick, you could check the About panel. There's a link there. All of those things are ways to support the channel and keep this streak alive. If we keep it going this week, this Friday, on Black Friday, we're going to be doing the $1 Million Whopper Challenge. Currently at Burger King, they have not 1, not 2, but 3 limited time Whoppers. The Mexican Street Corn Whopper, the Maple Bourbon Barbecue Bacon Whopper, and the Fried Pickle Ranch Whopper. We will be trying all 3 of them head to head in another special Triple Threat DSP Tries It this Friday if we hit the goals. Let's do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely hilarious when we get to the end of the week and to hear my detractors and naysayers say he raised another several $1,000s to eat food. I love it. It's fucking hilarious. They're that stupid. They don't understand that that's just a celebratory thing we do for fun at the end of the week. It's not you paying me directly to eat fast food. They're that dumb. I love it. Anyway, so let's keep it going, shall we? And thank you all. Thank you very much all for your help and support. In fact, that's going to be one of the major focuses of today's podcast. And you might say, what do you mean by that? Well, your support has been so great these last few months. I am now able to do a major upgrade that I have wanted to do for years and years and could never afford to do. This week, will purchase a new streaming and capturing PC. It is happening. It's not a matter of is it happening, it's a matter of when and what. Because I am undecided on what PC I want to get. I've found a few, myself and a few other people who are helping me out have found a few that look pretty good and are in the price range. I was looking to spend between maybe around $1,000 to $1,500. Well, of course, I take a look and all the good ones are around $1,500 or more. So I'm in this price range. And the other thing is, when you get a new PC, then you got to realize, what else do you need? Oh, you can't just buy the capture and streaming PC. You also got to buy a capture card. You also got to buy a hard drive. You also got to buy long HDMI cables now, because I have to run these across my floor because they're going to be going directly from my gaming PC into the back of the capture PC. There's not going to be an external capture device anymore. So I got to do that. Oh, by the way, other things that I've totally forgotten about that really could have shot me in the foot. For example, earlier this week, I lost power, correct? Well, actually, it was around, now you can say it was last week. I lost power. And I'm like, well, if I lose power, it could fry my PCs. So why did I stupidly not have battery backups? I used to, and they died, and I never replaced them. Now, here I am with over $2,000 gaming PC that I'm using on a daily basis for work, and I stupidly don't have a battery backup for it. I'm a moron. So basically, I've already, over the course of the last couple days, bought a lot of stuff for upgrades for my setup. I'm actually going to show you today some of the stuff that I got. And again, it's a result of you and your support. I want you to understand this. All those morons over the years who said dumb shit like Phil is, squanders his money and does this. No, I'm doing all these upgrades because of you. Because you allowed me to. Because you've been so supportive over the last several months. I'm reinvesting into the business to make it bigger and better. So all those morons who said all that dumb shit didn't know what the hell they were talking about, because I'm ready. This is it. We're going to get all the components, and then it's just a matter of scheduling the migration, which is going to be me migrating from this old, noisy, breaking down PC to the new one and getting everything up and running and setting up, which probably will be in early December. Okay? So, here we go. What should we talk about? Where do we start? Well, Before we get to that, I would like to do one little thing because I'm very pleased with how things are going currently with my DS Politics show. If you're not aware, once a week, exclusively on Kick, I have been streaming a show called DS Politics. And it's basically me covering politics for about 2 hours. And I've covered all kinds of different topics. The presidential election, local news here in Washington, celebrities trying to get involved with politics in various different ways, all kinds of stuff, okay? And FYI, I just want to get everyone up to snuff on this, on how it's working, okay? So the show is airing exclusively on the Kick channel. Many of you are watching on the Kick channel and have seen it. It's actually archived there, and you can watch it in its entirety. But if you can't be on Kick, maybe you don't like using Kick. A lot of people don't, all right? I am archiving all of my stuff, all the important clips and moments from that show on my DSP Reacts channel. So let's take a look because I want to show you how it's doing. I'm very happy with the performance so far. So here's DSP Reacts. And previously, this channel was only used for my DSP versus the Internet clip show, where I just watched random clips once a week. Well, the show ran its course, and after 2 years, people stopped caring about it. So now I'm uploading a whole bunch of archive clips and highlights from DS Politics, plus the DSP Tries It videos. And soon, likely in December, we're going to start doing long-form React content on this channel as well. So this channel is actually seeing a rejuvenation. It's gotten a large increase in views because of the stuff I'm putting on it now. So just to show you how we've been doing, okay? So this is the DS Politics highlights that I've been uploading to the channel, and they're doing very well compared to the previous videos on the channel. No exaggeration. The videos I used to upload here were getting anywhere from 100 to 300 views tops. That was it. So it wasn't making me any money or anything. It wasn't really getting any attention. Now, these videos are getting anywhere from 500 to over 1,000 views, and people are engaging with them like crazy, meaning they're leaving tons of comments. They're liking the videos. This is excellent. This is much better than what used to be on this channel, okay? So the latest highlights that I've just uploaded over the last 2 days, some of them got, again, over 1,000 views on this one. Pretty good. And this morning's one is actually only an hour and already has 300 views and climbing, where I say goodbye to Ellen DeGeneres, who has left the country because Donald Trump won the election, which I find absolutely hilarious. So if you haven't seen these yet, you probably want to watch this, all right? It's pretty funny. It's pretty fun. It's good stuff, and I'll be doing it once a week. In fact, this week I'm doing it Friday night. Reason being, normally I do it Thursdays, but I can't do it Thursday this week because it's American Thanksgiving. I won't be streaming. But Friday night, you can watch DS Politics live over on Kick, and you can expect all of the highlights on this channel. Now, in addition to that, as you can see, the rejuvenation of DSP Tries It has also been a hit compared to, again, the videos on this channel that got like no views. We've been doing these celebratory food vlogs called DSP Tries It over the course of the last month and a half since this streak has been going on and continuing. And man, they're doing well. Just take a look at all these videos that we've done. I mean, look at the last video that I had done, right? A holiday special. And then I think I had done a couple like on the DSPGaming channel. And then I brought it back in January or February for the Mr. Beast candy bar. The awful fucking, what's it called? I don't even know what it's called. Beastables or something? Feastable. They're terrible. They're disgusting. It was so fucking overly sweet. I wanted to vomit when I ate it. So now, we have rejuvenated DSP Tries It, and as you can see, Adam's Family Meal at Burger King, the Chicken Big Mac plus a bunch of other stuff over at McDonald's, sweet and spicy meatball, tuna, and jerk turkey subs at Firehouse Subs, the Katsu Godzilla Burger at Katsu Burger, a whole bunch of actual traditional Japanese cuisine from Shinya Shikudo, the entire Taco Bell Decades menu at Taco Bell, and now the Triple Smash Burger Challenge. Again, they're doing so well. I'm so happy that the content I'm putting on this channel is actually interesting to someone, because I was working on this channel for 2 years and I felt like I'm doing it for myself, basically. But now people are actually watching. So if you haven't checked DSP Reacts out recently, I strongly urge you to give it a look, because I think you're going to enjoy the channel, what I'm doing with it. And again, there's more to come. Not only these clips from DS Politics, but also the DSP Tries-Its as the streak continues. And coming up, we're going to start talking very soon about what I should do for a long-form React project sometime in December. I'm actually excited to bring back a long-form React, which I haven't done one in so long, okay? So good stuff. Now, one quick thing. You might wonder, well, how can you be a part of all of this, right? Well, if you become a member on this channel, there's different perks you can get. If you become a submissions tier member, which is $5 a month, you submit articles, topics, and other, videos, things for me to watch and review and use in my DS Politics show. In fact, scroll all the way down here. Okay, so far, 3 people have submitted topics for this week's show. Keep in mind the show is airing on Friday. So if you're a member here, please get to submitting topics for the show. I haven't yet reviewed these yet because I've actually been taking in stuff for myself. Like I look at all the political stuff and I'm basically trying to grab a whole bunch of topics for this this Friday show. And should be good. I'm very excited to do this on Friday night and I'll have content in there that you guys are helping to suggest as well. All right. So please become a submissions tier member to submit topics for the show. Now, in addition, when I'm talking about the long form React stuff, that's going to start in December, and you have opportunity to basically give me ideas for that and what I should be doing reacts to if you become an ultra member. Like literally only the biggest supporters of the channel have any say in the long form React content that I'm going to be doing coming up. So if you become an ultra member today, you can suggest stuff for the show that will probably begin in December. All right. All right, good stuff. Darkside Pimp with a second gifted sub over on Kick. Thank you, Darkside Pimp. I appreciate that very, very much. That gets us up to $10 in support this morning. I greatly appreciate. Also, I want to say shout out to Abdullah, 23 months as a member on YouTube. Can you order Del Taco or In-N-Out Burger? There is no Del Taco or In-N-Out Burger anywhere near me, sadly. In Washington State, I don't even think those things exist. There is a place called Taco Time, and I had them, like, when I first moved here, like, that first week, or that first month, like, 10 years ago. I had it, and I think I liked it, but I never went back. So, no, sadly, we don't have those over here, and In-N-Out is definitely a California kind of thing. And Del Taco, too. Like, I remember in the early 2000s, so we're talking over 20 years ago, I stayed at a friend's house for a couple of weeks. He lived in Orange County, California, and I think we went to Del Taco like 5 times in 1 week. We just kept going there because the food was cheap. And not to say that it was great or anything, it was just very cheap, So, okay. So, good stuff going on over on DSP Reacts. I'm having a great time with all the content. I hope that you guys will give it a look. All right. So, the one big topic for me to talk about today, folks, is all of these improvements and things that I'm doing. Number 1, all the equipment that I've already ordered. And number 2, the stuff that I still need to order. All right. So let's talk about it. All right. This will be an interesting subject for those who like the streams. You've seen me work with 10-year-old outdated equipment for so long. If you've loved all these upgrades that I've had this year, you're absolutely going to love when I have a better capture streaming PC and I'm able to put out better quality videos and better quality streams. Notably on YouTube, you guys had better quality streams. And then when I started dual streaming, I had to downgrade the YouTube streams. So now when I get all this new equipment, I'll be able to go back to the old high quality streams again on YouTube, which will be awesome, right? Good stuff. I'm very excited. So let's do it. First of all, I got a small purchase. All right, a small one as a result of the Black Friday deals that I've already started. For those who don't know, Black Friday is this Friday. All right, this coming Friday. But for some odd reason, no one actually sells anything for a discount on Black Friday anymore. All these businesses start their Black Friday deals a few days ago. Like the Friday before Black Friday, now is Black Friday. So all these deals hit the internet. And one of the ones that I jumped on was that game controllers have dropped in price. And I got a new one for my PlayStation 5. I'll tell you why in a second. I got the crazy metallic indigo PlayStation 5 controller. Normally, like $79.99, some astronomical price. I got it for, I think, $55. So it was like $15 off or something like that. So pretty awesome looking, huh? it shines all around too. The entire controller has this metallic sheen to it. It looks pretty dope. Now, to be honest, I was going to try to get the 30th anniversary PlayStation 1 anniversary controller, which they're selling for PS5. It's a normal PS5 controller, but it has a color scheme that looks like the original PS1. So I tried to get it, and it went for sale. I think it was at Walmart, okay? They put a bunch of them up on the site. The moment they put them up, I was there. I clicked the link. I went to the site. I put my information in. I went to checkout, and they were already sold out. And I was like, what? How could it possibly already be sold out? I literally clicked the link the moment it went live. And it actually said 300 people also had it in the cart and couldn't check out because it had already sold out. So I couldn't get that one. But I said, well, I'll just get a cool color then. I got this one. I thought they had a few different ones. There was this one. There was a pearl color that was white and metallic. But I thought that this indigo metallic looked a little better. Now you might say, well, why did Phil buy another PS5 controller? Doesn't he already have one? Well, I do. I've been using this one for about a year. In fact, I bought this one a year ago. I want to say around Black Friday, too. I can't remember exactly when. The problem is, as I've been playing Bloodborne, I've noticed when I'm using this trigger right here, it doesn't feel right. And then I started testing it against, yeah, they feel completely different. So this one has a nice, firm click. This one, as I'm doing it, feels mushy. So what that means is this button's wearing out already. And I haven't even used the controller for a year, and it's having issues. I noticed as I was playing Bloodborne that sometimes my combos weren't completing, and I was like, why is it not completing? Because the button is kind of half and half. Dang it. You know, for a controller that I'm not using that much. But hey, I'm now playing Dragon Age the Veilguard. I'm playing Bloodborne on the PS5 Pro. I need a controller that's going to work better. Now, you might say, well, why don't you just use the controller that came with your PS5 Pro? Because I gave it to my wife. My wife is now using my baseline PS5. So I gave her that controller, so I can't take it back. You know, I'd be pretty messed up. So that's why I got a new one. So I like the looks of this one. I'm just pretty upset that a button's worn out already. Stupid. So, yeah, it's metallic indigo today as I play Bloodborne on my first stream. Hopefully it's a good one. I mean, it feels fine. I haven't used it yet, but it feels good. See, this is a nice, solid, sharp click. It's not mushy. The other button's mushy. Very good. Okay, so that was my first purchase, okay? So I've been speaking with multiple people about a new PC to capture and stream from, all right? I definitely need one that's going to be kind of future-proofed, meaning it's going to be good for many years. This PC I have has lasted 10 years. Do I expect that my next PC will last 10 years? No. I've literally never owned a PC that lasted that long until this one. I can't believe this one lasted 10 years. Seriously. Now, technology has advanced so much. Everything is so different now. Maybe it would. I don't know. So I'm looking for something that has a decent processor, a good graphics card, but some factors that a lot of people haven't realized. You need one that has a good motherboard. So you have the slots you need to put in expansion stuff. Like, for example, I got to get an internal capture card that's going to do up to 4K. Maybe even have better pass-through and have all these nice features. I want to have a really good capture setup, okay? I can't do that with a PC that just doesn't have that. And people were suggesting to me PCs, oh, look, this one has a great processor. Yeah, but the motherboard's tiny. You can't even put anything in there. So I wouldn't even be able to have an internal capture card with this PC, so what's the point, right? So, all that being said, I basically started getting the components that I need for the new PC before I actually ordered the new PC. You want to know why? Because a lot of these components are now currently on a Black Friday sale, so they're cheaper now, but only for this week, and then the prices are going to go back up to normal. And I was going to hold off until I bought the PC, and then all of a sudden, I started looking at the stuff that I had. Basically, I had a lot of it in my cart, right, in Amazon. And all of a sudden, all the dates of delivery started getting pushed into like mid to late December. I said, oh, shit. So what's happening is people are buying these items gradually over the week, and now the stock is gone. So now you're on back order until the next shipment comes in. What am I going to do with it if I got to wait until mid to late December? If I buy a PC, I can't use it. I won't have the capture card. I won't have the hard drive. I won't have anything I need to use it. Like, so I got to get everything now. So I actually did start getting everything. Okay, first thing that I actually bought were these. And this is funny. I swear the prices have gone up because let me show you. So I bought 2 of these battery backup surge protectors, okay? But I swear they were cheaper than this because I got 2 of them, and even after like checkout and everything, they were $300 for both. So how are they $160 now? I don't know, but I bought 2 of these, and they're coming. And in fact, I think they're arriving today, and that's good because I need them. Like I should have had these all along. This is completely on me being lazy and stupid. Why on earth do I have a super high-end gaming PC over here, a PS5 Pro, and I don't have a battery backup for it? I mean, that's dunce level stuff. So now I've got them. I'm going to have one for this side of the office over here for the PC and the PS5 Pro and the TV and all that equipment. Then I'm going to have the other one on the other side of the office for the capture streaming PC, all my monitors, all the equipment over there. Okay? So there you go. That's the first thing I bought, and that's coming today. The next thing I bought were extra long HDMI cables that are up to standard. I got a couple of these because they're 15-footers, so they should definitely reach across the length of my office. And they're the best, you know, they're highest speed and everything, as you can see, 4K at 120 hertz and everything. So that should be fine. These cables, I'm so happy that these are cheap. Back in the day, they used to rip you off so bad for cables. It was absolutely ridiculous. It made no sense at all. You would try to buy a cable, it'd be like $50. Like, what? Now that you get them for like 10. So that's something that's definitely improved over time, thankfully. Okay, something else that I got. I just bought this one because actually originally I had a different one in my cart, and then the thing's delivery date got pushed out like many days. In fact, look at this. I ordered this, okay, and it's actually coming faster than that. This already got pushed out. Wow. Holy crap. Hold on. Let me double check, because I ordered mine yesterday and it said it's coming this week, and now this says these wouldn't even come till Friday, so it means this one actually must have got pushed out too. I'm glad I bought it when I did. Let me look. Yeah, arriving overnight. I ordered this very one, this very hard drive, and it's arriving overnight tomorrow. But if I hadn't gotten it when I did, I would have had to wait till later in the week. Yeah, it's exactly the same one. Look at that. The 980 Pro. So, yeah, I'm getting it overnight, but if you had ordered it, it wouldn't have come till Friday because it's already on back stock, right? Oh no, Tuesday. It would have come on Tuesday. All right. So I'm getting it a little earlier. But as you can see, the dates are all getting pushed on all this stuff. So this will be the hard drive that I'll use to kind of store all the videos and everything that I record on a daily basis. SSD, which I don't even have right now. I have a standard hard drive that's been malfunctioning for the last year and a half and having corrupted videos. Okay. Yeah, I know. This is a good price too. Look at the price drop. 41%. That's a really good price drop. Now, do I believe it was actually 205? Probably not. I bet that this was actually like 150, 160, but still, this is a great price drop price for it. Okay. So a good value. And then I think this is here is the capture card that I have purchased. It is the Elgato 4K Pro internal capture card that can do 8K and 4K up to 60 frames. And everything else like 120 frames. So, yeah, pretty cool. Not to say that I'm going to be capturing at 120 frames. I could just imagine what the file size would be. I'm probably going to be sticking to 60 frames. But it's a really good internal capture card, and has a lot of features and things that I'm going to want. Not that I'm ever going to use 8K pass-through. I don't think I'm ever going to use that, right? But it should have no lag whatsoever. And it will fit a pretty standard, PC case. And this is one of the reasons when people were suggesting, hey, get this PC. And I was looking into it. I was like, nah, that case wouldn't even fit this capture card. And I need to have a dedicated capture card. The days of me using external are over. I need to stop. It's been a decade. I want to use something internal that's, very dependable. All right. All right. So that's all the stuff that I ordered already, and it's en route, and it should be here within the next couple of days. The one thing I haven't done, I haven't actually bought the PC yet. All right. And I'm still looking at the same three that we were looking at, that we were looking at earlier in the week. So this one, it's a Ryzen 7, okay, with a 4070 Super graphics card and a good amount of RAM. And it has a lot, you can see, it has a lot of space for expansions. So that way I can actually put this capture card in it and not have to worry about running out of space. Okay? So that's one. Then we've got this one. Another Skytech, another Ryzen 7. And I think the difference, I think the graphics card is slightly less. I can't remember the difference. There's a distinct difference between the two. Okay? I don't care. It's funny because, of course, they all have RGBs now. I don't give a crap about the RGBs on this thing at all. Like this PC, unlike my gaming PC, which is right there in front of me and I get to see the RGBs all day, this PC will sit over here to my left and I'll probably never look at it. So I could care less if it has RGBs and fancy bells and whistles and stuff like that. Okay? So I think these two are very similar. I'm not exactly sure what the distinct difference is because I think they're the same processor. I think this one has a slightly better graphics card because this is the 4070 Super, while this is just the standard 4070, I think. But outside of that, I'm not really sure what the difference is, besides maybe the case design. This one has a 650-watt power supply. This one has a slightly increased 750-watt power supply, right? And then the third one that I was looking at, this one I think is a step down in the processor. But it's a lot cheap. Oh, also the graphics card. So it's a step down in the processor. It's a step down in the graphics card. But man, is it a lot cheaper. $300 cheaper. Just to skimp a little bit. And I'm like, maybe I should do that and save some money. Because I don't know. Am I really going to need the Ryzen 7? And am I really going to need the 4070? Or would the Ryzen 5 and the 4060 cut it? Right? I'm not sure. So I'm not sure. And, yeah, I know. The thing is, the looks of these are ridiculous. Like, again, I don't care what they look like. I'm just looking at the components inside. That's it. And the components inside look good. So I'm still not decided. And it's funny because I've been talking to a couple people. And basically, here's what's going on. All right. I am not deathly afraid, but I'm afraid here's what's going to happen because this always happens to me. And it pretty much happens to everyone who spends a lot of money on something. You spend a lot of time looking at stuff. You're like, oh, all right. I finally made my decision. Here we go. And you buy it. And then immediately something better is on sale. And you're like, fuck, if I waited like a day, I could have got the better thing. So right now, I'm really on the fence of what to do. Now, Hart made a good point. He says the GPU does the encoding, so you shouldn't skimp. You're right and you're wrong. Because whatever PC I buy has to encode 3 different times at the same time. It has to encode for the kick stream at 1 bit rate. It has to encode for the YouTube stream at a much higher bit rate. And it has to encode on-demand videos for YouTube at a different bit rate that's highest. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Luthe says, why do you need a graphics card for a streaming PC? Luthe, if you don't understand why I would need a graphics card for a streaming PC, you should never ask a question about a PC ever again. You have absolutely no concept of how PCs work, and you should just stay quiet in my chat. That is the most ludicrous question I've ever been asked. Wow. I seriously can't believe he just asked that. Why do you need a graphics card to capture? Anyway, it's a legit question. Okay, here you go. When you capture, something on your PC has to be used. It's either going to be your CPU or your processor, or it's going to be your GPU, your graphics card. It's got to be one or the other. Now, depending on which you use, you can use different codecs and technology to encode differently. For example, there's a certain standard of codec that you can use to encode with a graphics card that will have a different quality level and a different amount of memory used than, say, if you were using your CPU. You use different stuff to do it, okay? So basically, you need to have a good graphics card to capture. Well, if you have a crappy one, you're going to encode at a lower quality. It's going to be bigger file size. It's not going to look as good. It's going to take longer. But you want to have the best because when you're doing it, you want it to be fast, zippy, great sharp quality, and not giant file size. So there you go. So, yeah, this setup, again, I do things very differently than most other people. Most people literally do everything exactly the same. So they'll be running a game at a certain resolution and quality. Then they'll capture that game. Actually, they won't even do that. What they will do is they'll just stream. And they'll just stream to one service at one resolution and one quality. And then when they're done streaming, they just let that be their archive. Okay? I don't do that. I'm literally right now, I'm streaming to 2 different services, and I'm capturing at a completely different bitrate to my PC, which I upload after the fact. I do twice as much work as pretty much everyone else. And I have always done it that way because I want my stuff to look the best or be the best. So that's why I put in the extra effort to have better quality in different places. Now with this new PC, I want it to be even better. I want the best I could stream to Kick, the best I could stream to YouTube, and the best videos I could put on demand. I want the best of the best, okay? Now, I'm not thinking that I want to go 4K yet. Reason being, 4K video is insanely huge. Like, to do 4K recordings, they're giant, and they would take forever to upload to YouTube. And it's not even my internet's fault, it's YouTube's fault. Like, YouTube's ingestion servers for uploads are slow as dirt now. Like, for example, even at the quality I'm recording at now, when I go offline on my first stream, which is around 4:30 p.m., I'll start uploading all of my videos for the day, and I'll come back around 7 p.m., so that's 2.5 hours, and sometimes the videos aren't done uploading yet. And it has nothing to do with me and my upload speeds. My upload speeds are lightning fast. It's YouTube servers are slow to take the video. So imagine now, I'm recording at 4K resolution, and I'm uploading giant files. It might take me overnight to even get any videos uploaded to YouTube, and then 4K would probably take ages to process on YouTube because their processing on the back end also is slow. So basically, I feel like right now I want the capability to do 4K, but I don't want to do 4K yet. You see, like I want to have a PC that's ready to go when I feel like the capability is there and everyone's ready to watch 4K. I want to have that, but I'm not ready to do it yet. It would take too long. I feel like they're going to, in the next few years, I feel like things are going to change. The standard probably will go to 4K, and then everyone's going to want it, and then I'm going to be ready for it, as opposed to, oh, I bought something now that only does 1080p, and now I'm behind the 8-ball, right? Why different qualities for everything? Here's why. Kick only allows 8,500 kilobits per second streaming, which isn't great. It's okay. You could do 1080p 60 frames. It's decent, but it's not great for certain games like Call of Duty or Street Fighter. It's going to be choppy and pixelized in some cases, and there's nothing you can do. You need a better bit rate for it to excel at that. Like if you want like the maximum, like I do 20,000. I do either do 15 or 20,000 kilobits per second for my videos I store locally on my PC, and they're gorgeous. They look like buttery smooth because I'm doing such a high bit rate. But you can't stream at that on Kick. You can stream at that on YouTube, and I was for many months, but then I co-streamed on Kick and I had to downgrade my quality. So now I'm very, very excited to be able to do these multiple different qualities. Like I want to do the highest you could do to Kick, a really high bit rate to YouTube, and then also record at a great bit rate and have all of those be separate processes. And that's what I need this PC for. That's why when people say, why can't you just do it on your gaming PC? Because my gaming PC can't run a game, stream at 2 different qualities, and record at a different quality all at once. It's insane. It would have the crazy bottleneck and all the memory would be maxed out. You can't do it. So stop saying silly things. Why does Twitch have a compressed bitrate? Because they don't want to spend money. It's that simple. Like YouTube basically has unlimited funds. So YouTube allows you to stream and upload to whatever bitrate you want. You can literally go super sky high 4K, amazing quality, and YouTube allows it and doesn't care. Twitch, they don't want to spend money. They don't want to upgrade their infrastructure. They don't want to have servers that can handle it. So they make you stream at a tiny bit rate. It's stupid as shit. You know, Kick is somewhere in the middle, the 8,500 kilobits, because Twitch is still 6,500 kilobits, right? Which is like the lowest. It's abysmally bad. 8,500 kilobits, you can at least pull it off and it looks decent. Like my videos here on Kick don't look bad, but they just don't look as good as they did on YouTube a couple months ago when I was doing the higher bit rate. There you go. Methylphenidate says 1440p is where it's at. 4K's for boomers that don't know any better. You may be right. I think 1440p may be the sweet spot. Maybe that's what I actually want to be doing. Like, so maybe I would do 1080p 60 frames to Kick, 1440p high bitrate to YouTube, and 1440p high bitrate on demand for the videos on YouTube as well. Maybe that's what I'll do with this new rig, because this new rig should be able to do that. So we'll see. Okay, so anyway, these PCs are the current 3 that I'm looking at. You know, 2 of them are pretty great, and 1 of them is less, but it's a lot cheaper. It's over $300 cheaper. So I'm looking at those 3, and I'm like, oh, I gotta decide. Or if another one pops up. The thing is, a few people sent me the PCs they were recommending, and then when I looked further into them, sadly, they were having, like, for example, one of them looked amazing, and then I looked into it, and the motherboard has, like, no room for anything. So I wouldn't even be able to put the capture card on the dang thing because they put a tiny motherboard in it for some stupid reason. So if anyone has other suggestions of PCs you'd like me to look at, send them my way. I'd be more than happy to look, but I need to basically pull the trigger on this within the next few days. Like, the only thing I could do is I could wait till Cyber Monday, but there's no guarantee that there's going to be a better deal on Cyber Monday, and then these will be over. These end at the end of the week. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting, and see how it goes, all right? So, yeah, so let's see what happens. Again, suggestions, send me my way, but that's what's going on. So I think the surge protectors arrive, or the battery backup surge protectors arrive today. A lot of these other components are arriving over the next couple of days, and then I got to decide on the PC. And then I'll pull the trigger on that, and then, you know, we'll get it going, all right? So, by the way, someone, I think it was Kyle, did a re-upping of their sub over on Kick. Correct, Kyle? That was you? So that should count as another 5 towards the stream today. My fault, because I wasn't tracking. I was talking, and I got derailed there, right? All right. I sound terrible? War Turtle says, are you sick? You sound terrible. Do I sound terrible to anyone else? War Turtle, is your speakers fucked up or something? What are you talking about? Oh, I'm not even, like, this isn't even a day where my post-nasal drip is, like, acting up. I have no clue what you're talking about. Anyway. It sounds like I can barely breathe. Okay, no, really? You need to check your speakers or your ears. I have no idea what you're talking about. At all. I'm not suffering. I'm not struggling to breathe. I'm not choking. I'm not clearing my throat. I'm not blowing my nose. I'm not snorting. I have no idea what you're talking about. Unless you're being dumb. Maybe you're just being stupid. I mean, that could be too. Maybe you're just a dumbass. Anyway. All right. So, folks, that's what I'm up to now. And in the next few days, I have to make a definitive decision on what it is that I want to buy. I'm not sure yet. All right, but I'm close. And again, if you guys have any recommendations or suggestions, I'm all ears. I'd like to hear if you found anything better than what you think those 3 are that I found. And we'll go from there. Okay? Okay. Schedule for the week. Let's talk about it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I have something very important to tell you. Starting today, my late night streams are going to be earlier. What does that mean? Well, currently right now, my schedule is this podcast starts roughly around 11:15 a.m., runs till like 1 p.m. Then we do a 3-hour gameplay stream that adjourns around 4 p.m. Then I go on a break and I come back around 7 p.m. And usually the gameplay there starts around 7:30, which I stream till like 9:30, and that's my late stream. Okay? Now, I need to change that. Here's the reason why. My wife's work schedule is very different now than it used to be. She actually goes to work pretty early in the morning. And so that means that certain nights she has to go to sleep quite early in order to be able to get up in the morning. Because of that, there have been nights where I'm working late. I go downstairs and she's like, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. We got to go to bed now. And I'm like, ugh, you don't even get to spend any time with her, you know? And that sucks. I'm married to the woman. And I'm not spending time with her some days because of our schedules. Like, this is awful. So we talked about it. And after having this discussion, we're like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go on a dinner break. And I'm going to, eat dinner between like 4:35 p.m. And then right after dinner, I'm going to try to have a coffee like right away. I'm going to try to be in this office by 6 p.m. with my late stream now starting at 6:15 instead of 7. So my goal is to get the late stream online around 6:15 p.m. Okay? Then I'll start gameplay roughly around 6:30, 6:45. We'll run it for around 2 hours. And my goal is to have the late stream done by 9 p.m. So then I can upload, clip, do my stuff, and be done with work entirely by 10 p.m. This, at the very least, will give me half an hour to an hour to spend with my wife before she has to go to sleep. Okay? That's better than nothing, because, man, it's been rough. Some of these nights, it really has been. All right? So, yeah, no more overtime. Instead, it's just going to be starting earlier. All right? So I hope you understand. Like, tonight, the Call of Duty stream, I'm going to be in here with the stream running around 6:15. Now, this very well is going to affect uploads. What do I mean? I just told you, sometimes I record, and then I upload the videos between the streams, and I come back, they're not done yet. And there's nothing I can do about that. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to have partially uploaded videos that I have to suspend and then resume after the fact, and there's nothing I can do about that. That's YouTube's silly upload server ingestion system. It's like all bottlenecked. Sometimes I'm trying to upload 5-6 videos, and it's slow as dirt. Like, that's not me. That's their system sucks, Here I am talking about, hey, let's upgrade. Let's do better quality. But YouTube sucks getting the 1080p videos I'm doing now. So we don't know how this is going to affect stuff. If in reality, I wish there was a system you could use on YouTube where you would pay them and they'd give you a better system to use. Like, imagine if I paid them like $100 a month, but now I get the priority ingestion system so I can upload faster. I can get my videos on there to encode faster and go live faster. I would pay for that. But they don't have anything like that at all. Okay. All right, so that's what's going on right now tonight. Call of Duty will start earlier. I hope you'll be here and not miss it. All right. Someone just asked, what's the color of the controller again? It's this one. I think it's indigo. I think it's supposed to be like, I forget exactly what it was called. It was like metallic indigo or something like that. Yeah, that's the one I got. Looks great, right? Great color. Beautiful. Like a nice shiny paint job on there. And it's all the way around, too. The whole controller's like that. Pretty neat. Dark Side Pimp just gifted another sub. This one went to Zaneed. Zaneed, enjoy the gifted sub. Thank you so much, Dark Side Pimp. Zaneed, thank you for the host. Zaneed hosted the stream the moment that I started the podcast. So thank you, Zaneed. He gave me some boosted views this morning. Spawn Killer, no. I am not looking at Newegg for PC parts. I don't want to build a PC. Already I'm going to have to open this thing up to put in the graphics card and the hard drive. I don't want to have to build the PC from scratch. That's too much work, too much liability and risk for me. I'd rather just have the PC up and running out of the box and just have to do some minor tweaks by adding the hard drive and the capture card, rather than me having to completely build the thing and have all these issues. So, no, I'm not getting stuff off Newegg. Basically, I'm going to get the PC and the components off Amazon, have it all here this week, and then probably, I'm thinking, first or second week of December will be when I do the migration. So it's going to be a big event. A couple days where I'm migrating everything over. I'll be streaming and building the PC and working, doing these upgrades, and then hooking it up and testing, all on stream here live, It'll be interesting. Okay. All right. Schedule-wise, what's going on this week? It's a very exciting, busy holiday week here on DSP Gaming. So let's talk all about that, shall we? Okay. Enemy Warlock says, tell me you're not going to be doing a recording stream on that consumer NVMe. If you are, it won't last. Enemy Warlock, so what do you expect I do then? Buy a secret behind-the-scenes non-consumer level hard drive? What are you talking about? If it doesn't last, it doesn't last. If I have to get a new hard drive every couple of years, through 3 years, whatever. Like, what do you want me to do exactly? I can't make magical hard drives appear that aren't consumer level. I'm a consumer. I'm not working behind the scenes in a business. I don't work for the government. All right? I'm not into the techie sector. You know? Anyway. Okay. Let's talk about the schedule. So today, Bloodborne continues on the new PS5 controller I just bought. So hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully it works nice. But yeah, Bloodborne. And today, basically what I want to do is I want to redeem myself. That last stream, I was very frustrated with everything going on that day, and I played very poorly. You know, I didn't even have any health. So what we're going to do today, we're going to start grinding to get health packs. If I don't, I'm literally never, ever going to be able to beat anything. I could beat Parl if I had health packs. I could beat Iosefka if I had health packs. I could beat that Hunter Monster guy. Not Hunter Monster. He's the monster guy who's an NPC, but he transforms into the giant beast. I could beat him if I had health packs. I don't have any. So probably the first half hour, I'm just going to repetitively and very boringly grind health packs. So I hope you will be down to hang out with me and talk while I do that, because I know it's not going to be the most exciting thing. Okay? Okay. So then, after we're done grinding for health packs, I'm going to try to go redeem myself and do all these things that I wasn't able to do. And I bet I'm going to be able to do them. The health vials, once we have them, we're good. So that's the major stream of Bloodborne today. A half an hour of grinding for vials, and then continuing on and doing all the things I couldn't do last time, and then continuing on with the game. Okay? Tonight on the late stream, which is earlier, starting around 6:15 p.m. Pacific time, it is Call of Duty Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Now, I left it open. If you want to see Warzone, I'll do Warzone. If you want to see standard multiplayer, I'll do standard. You know, I was enjoying standard last time. We were doing all kinds of fun stuff. Maybe I want to do that for tonight. And then maybe we schedule a Warzone stream for later in the week. We'll see. But that's tonight on the late stream, okay? Tomorrow, we're going to do another major stream of Stalker 2. I feel like I only played Stalker 2 just a little bit, and I want to get further into the game. So another major stream of that tomorrow to get another feel for it. And then tomorrow night on the late stream, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 returns for a late night chill stream. The way it's going to work is the top contributors on the stream get to pick where I fly. And, you know, sky's the limit, literally, no pun intended, right? We can go anywhere. There's so many places, landmarks and things to explore in the world. So I'm very excited to see where we go on our first nighttime stream of Flight Sim, okay? Then on Tuesday, we're going to do Dragon Age the Veilguard as the daytime stream. Now, I don't know if we're going to continue to play this game forever or if we're only going to play it a few more times. But hey, last time I played, we got decent viewership and support, so let's keep it going for now. And then Tuesday night will be Street Fighter 6 returning. Probably this time around, I'll use Honda, because I haven't used Honda yet since I've been trying to get back into the swing of things. Probably the only Street Fighter stream this whole week, honestly, because of the holiday week and everything, throwing everything for a loop. So probably no other Street Fighter this week. It'll just be Wednesday night. And then Wednesday, probably more Stalker 2. And then we're going to continue Bloodborne on the late stream. So that's the week so far. Thursday, keep in mind, is the American Thanksgiving. And I'm planning on doing a special Level 1 podcast Thanksgiving thank you edition during that day. And then probably we'll do a Flight Sim stream that day. Just an actual major stream of Flight Sim to relax with each other on Thanksgiving. I'm not here for a late stream Thanksgiving night. I'm going to be having a nice meal with my wife. We're going to have crazy amounts of good food. And then Friday, Black Friday, I'm here all day. The first stream is Black Ops Friday, where it's going to be 3 hours of Black Ops 6. Whether, again, it's Warzone or multiplayer or a combination of the two, you guys can choose. We'll see. And then Friday night, it's Friday Night DS Politics. That's right. My political stream for the week will be this Friday night exclusively on Kick. And that's actually my final stream of the week. Okay? There you go. What a crazy good week. It's going to be super fun. I can't wait. I'm very excited for this week. I'm pumped for it. Okay? Final week of the month, by the way. So it's the final push to have a good end to the month. This has been a great month for me, both on, YouTube and Kick, and all your support. Everything's been great. And again, because of your levels of support, that's why all this is possible. Just think about this. I want you to think about this. Everything you see behind you, this entire increased better setup is because of you. The reason that I have merch again is because people like me again and support me, and it was made possible because of you. For years, I tried and couldn't do it, and now I could because there's been a shift and change in attitude towards me. The fact that now I'm about to have a new improved capture and streaming setup is because of you. Thank you. You were improving the business. You were improving my life. I am so grateful. Really. This has been such a life-shifting change this year where I felt like everyone just hated me, and now it's just not like that anymore. And I'm so happy. Thank you guys. You know, I feel like now this 16 years of hard work has been worth it. You know what I mean? Like, it took a long time to come out of that tunnel of darkness, but I came out, and now we're good to go, man. Thank you. All right. We got a couple shout outs to do. I received a $5 tip as my first tip of the day. As someone who had zero interest in Balatro, I bought it for $13 on the Switch at 11 p.m. The next thing you know, it's a 5 a.m. Not my game of the year, but it's an addicting and fun roguelike game. I think it would be great for a chill stream, having chat help you decide on the best cards and perks. All right. You know, since a lot of people seem to be saying it actually is quite a good game. A lot of people never knew it existed until it got nominated at the Game Awards. Me too. I literally had never heard about this game. I was like, what the fuck is Balatro? You know? So if you guys are vouching for it and saying that you think that it's good, then I would be willing to give it a shot. If you guys wanted me to test it out and see if it's any good, I would be willing. So hold on, because I'm trying to get my animations working. It looks like they've all glitched out. Trying to reload the entire thing. Hopefully they work today and they're not all messed up. Okay, we're here. $5 tip. I cannot wait. That's another thing that I forgot to mention. So Thanksgiving is Thursday. Starting Friday, we are fully into Christmas festivities. My whole background will change. You're going to have Christmas-themed animations, Christmas-themed coloring, Christmas-themed decorations, and Christmas-themed animation. So everything is going to be Christmas-themed. I cannot wait. I love the Christmas season. It's my favorite time of the year, every single year. I cannot wait to get that going for you guys this coming Friday and for the entirety of December into January. Okay, so that was an anonymous $5 tip. Yes, there was no name associated with that one. It was just an anonymous $5 tip. And that's our first tip of the day. Then I received an $11 tip from Bonerific. Really? We got to start the week like this? Bonerific? All right, fine. Fine, I'll be a good sport. 'Tis the season. Thank you, Bonerific, for the $11 tip. So now we're at $36 to support. And by the way, I need to get Darkside Pimp on the leaderboard because Darkside Pimp gifted at least 2 memberships this morning, was it? I think it was 2, correct? It wasn't 3, it was 2. Correct me if I'm wrong and if it was 3, but I think it was 2 so far today. Yeah, boners on the leaderboard again. We just can't keep the boners off the leaderboard for some reason. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in this Balatro, I just have to see, where is it? Is it on Steam? Let me look. Probably is, right? Everything's on Steam. Yep, $15. It came out February. I really didn't hear about it. I mean, then again, I wasn't a PC gamer in February, so maybe that's why. I just wasn't into it because I didn't know anything about it. Should I get it? Well, I won't get it yet. But I think if you guys are into it, you want to see me play it, I would give it a shot. I just hope that for $15, it's not a big deal. If this was like a $60 game, I'd be like, oh, but if it's $15, it's not a big deal at all. I could definitely get it. And we could, at some point, we could squeeze it into the schedule whenever you guys want me to try it. Especially, again, it's a Game of the Year contender. So it kind of makes sense, that I would give it a shot. Okay. Steam sale coming soon. Is it really? You think it'll be even cheaper than $15? It's already kind of cheap. I received, let's see here. Oh, never mind. It's just a troll. Fuck him. Kiss my ass. Okay. Cool. Felix the Maid said they went to the F1 race yesterday. Did you? I've never been to an actual in-person race. I'm not into cars and racing. I just don't think it would be very interesting, but that's my take. Maybe you're interested in it and you find it fun. Interesting question. ThoughtLink says, did you ever think about getting a Stream Deck soundboard to use on your streams? I've had a Stream Deck soundboard thing for many years. Someone donated this to me without me asking for it years ago, but they didn't realize it only works with Windows 10 and above. And at the time, I only have Windows 8.1 on my old capture streaming PC. So I haven't ever been able to use it. It just sits around unused endlessly. Now with this new PC, this is something that I'll be able to use. I could set it up for animations, sounds, and all kinds of things. Hey, I could have... Wait a minute. First of all, there it is. This is the old one, by the way. This one is so old. To give you some perspective, you ready for this? It's so old that on the back, it actually has Mixer listed. Mixer, that went out of business like over 3 years ago. They're actually listed on here. Also, you got Twitter. It's all outdated shit on here, like super outdated. That's how old this is. I don't know how old this thing actually is, but yeah. So I would love to use it, but I can't use it right now because my PC is only Windows 8 and it needs Windows 10. So yeah, but that would be awesome. Maybe what I could do is every day, 1,000 times after I say something, I could push the button. It'll sound like a studio audience is applauding and clapping. Does that sound like a good idea? No? Why not? Do you know someone else who's done that or something? No, I'm sure it's supported. I'm sure it doesn't have all the bells, whistles, and features of the new one. Now they have like 10 new ones, right? Like this is the really old one. They have the Pro. They have the super. There's a giant one that has like 400 buttons and crazy shit. I'd like to use it though. I'll probably put it right over here to my left. I'll probably end up putting it on top of my Scarlett, which is the thing that my microphone is on right now. I think it would fit. Let me test. Here it is. How does it work? So it has, oh, I see. It's a stand. Oh, yeah. You can have it stand up like this. Okay. Got to figure out how to get it to sit in there. Oh, there we go. It sits on the stand just like that. Push the buttons, and they each do something. So I could literally put this right here. Yeah, look at that. It fits right on top of my Focusrite Scarlett, and I could just go over and push buttons, and they would do things. Wow, this is actually cool. I wonder what shortcuts I'd like to do. I could do scene transitions. Rather than having to use my mouse to click between screens, I could just push a button to do scene transitions. I could push this and have it do some fun sound effects and things. I could have animations play. This is cool. I can't wait to use it. There you go. Neat. I can't wait to use it. Again, I've had stuff sitting around for ages and I can't use any of it because my setup is so massively outdated. I've never been able to use half this stuff that I got sitting around. So now I'll finally be able to use it, which I'm excited for. Like, this thing's a neat thing. I think we'll get a lot of use out of it. As long as I remember I have it. That's right. I could use the Michael Jordan Stop It meme. I could play... Remember I did You Blew It? The meme from a zillion years ago, the Adam Sandler meme, and I really liked using it, and then I stopped using it because I forgot all about it. Go back to the You Blew It memes and everything. You blew it! Sweet. You can have multiple pages of buttons, so you have even more buttons. Oh, yeah? That's cool. King Michael, what's going on? Okay, let me go put this back, and then we'll chill. We have a few more minutes to chill before we end the show, so we'll see what you guys want to talk about. Cool. All right. So that's what I got for today. Like I said, a pretty packed show. Didn't cover any news or anything just because there's so much going on. And, I'm curious what you guys would like to talk about for the last 15, 20 minutes. Have at me. Tag me in the chat and either chat, and let's see what you guys want to talk about. If any contributions come in, I'll shout them out. It would be great to get some momentum going on our goal for today. Perhaps at least hitting the first third before gameplay would be amazing. Joel Loft, I usually try not to do overtime anyway. He says, does this mean no more overtime? I try not to go overtime on my streams because I know that I have other work going on. Like, every day, not only am I streaming, but then I have to clip a bunch of stuff from each stream, right? And to make separate videos and upload highlights. I'm doing all this work behind the scenes, and I want to spend time with my family. So, no, I'm not going to be doing extensive overtime on any particular stream. I've stopped doing that regardless. Am I going to farm vials from the fat guys in the beginning section of Bloodborne? I will farm vials from whoever you guys want me to farm vials from. Whatever you think is the best option, I'll do it. But I need to farm vials now. It's going to be a waste of like a half an hour, 40 minutes to do it. That's how the game's built. Am I a Ready Whip style guy or Cool Whip? When I was growing up, I didn't even know what real whipped cream was. Because my mom, like me, she's like half lactose intolerant, meaning she can eat lactose, but it has the chance to give her incredible gastrointestinal issues. Bloating, gas, pain, having to use the bathroom over and over. So every time you eat dairy, it's kind of like a chance. You're taking a chance, right? A lot of the times I'm all right. Some days it hits me real hard, and I'm like, oh. So my mom would always have dairy substitutes. I didn't know what real butter, what real whipped cream. I didn't know what any of it was. We had margarine, Cool Whip. That's what we ate in our house when I was a kid. So I literally didn't know how delicious real whipped cream was. I was always having this Cool Whip substitute stuff. And by the way, I like Cool Whip. I haven't had it in 100 years, but I probably would enjoy it because I grew up eating it. But no, if I had a choice, you go with whipped cream, the real stuff. You go with the thing that has the real creamy flavor, dairy flavor in it, right? I see what you're saying, Joe Law. Super Bonchan. Come on, man. Do we really have to do this? Do we really have... Oh, man. Super Banchan or Bonchan or whoever say his name, he says, so, I know you don't like drama, but did you hear that Dickers has been uninvited from his family's holiday gatherings? All he had to do, literally, was turn off the fucking stream and be a human. That's all he had to do. And his life would have gotten better. But he doesn't listen to anyone. He's a self-destructive individual. And I can't help the man. I've tried. How many times now? We keep going back and looking at him and, oh my God, he's doing what today? What did he do now? Are you for real? And he just keeps getting, it's like super duper downward spiral. You can't help the man. So I give up. I just can't, all I can say, I've given good advice over and over. He won't listen. So, anyway. Okay, what else? Let's see here. What was the last movie I saw at a movie theater? Man. It's been so long. It was pre-COVID. So I don't even know. Maybe it was... I'm trying to think of movies I saw with my wife. I think we saw Spider-Man The original one, Spider-Man Homecoming. I think we saw that. We may have seen one more, and I can't remember what it is. Was it... We might have seen Incredibles 2 at some point in the theater. I think we did. But I can't... Or was it Toy Story 4? I can't remember. I really can't remember. Oh, Darkside Pimp, you did another sub? I missed it. Hold on. Let me scroll up. I did not see another sub. Darkside Pimp gifted a sub, and it went to Beep Boop Error. Thank you, Darkside Pimp. Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta get back into the swing of things. I'm moving slow. I'm missing your... You know what it is? I'm so comfortable in this sweatshirt, this hoodie. This is like ultra comfort for me. So I'm wearing it, and I'm just feeling so chill right now that, like, I'm not on my game. I'm not on my game. I'm not used to being so comfortable. Thank you so much. All right. Yeah, I literally don't even know what movies cost anymore. Spider Dijon says theaters are now so overpriced and the stuff ends up on a streaming platform in a matter of weeks anyway. Yeah, like for example, a movie ticket now is more than $10, correct? I think it is. So let's say you and your loved one want to go see a movie. So minimum you're spending like $30 after tax. But these movies can be purchased digitally for $25 like the week after they're out in theaters. So why are you spending $30 to see it in the theater? And by the way, when you're at home, you can have your own drinks and snacks. You don't have to spend $8 for a bottle of water and $17 for a small popcorn. And you don't have to try to smuggle in a pack of Milk Duds in your pocket that melt on the way in so you don't have to spend that money. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even understand the appeal anymore. I really don't. Like, I get it. In the 90s, you had to go to the movies, and here's why. No one had a home theater. No one had a big screen TV at home. To watch something at home, you were watching a tiny little rinky-dink tube TV on a Blockbuster video, and it sounded and looked like ass. It really did. It was just bad. Now, everyone has a big TV. Everyone has good... Like, I have a surround sound downstairs in my living room. So why the hell do I need to go to the theater to have that experience? I have it now. Ball Killer says, I would go more often, but it's just crazy expensive. How much is it? How much does it cost? Okay. $18? $18 for a fucking movie ticket? What the fuck? I mean, and then, oh, I wonder why the theaters aren't doing so well. I mean, it's insane. And if your theater costs that much to maintain, you got to reevaluate your business model. $18 to sit there for 2 hours? That's just insanity, man. Well, right. If you get food and drinks, it's way more than that. Oh, man. Yikes. So, yeah, like, I don't see, quite frankly, you know, I actually used to be into movies, like heavy into movies. I used to love movies, being all about movies, talking about movies, following the movie season and everything. And now, as I gotten older, I just don't care anymore. It used to be like a fun hobby, and now it's like one of those, you have to be like fucking eccentric and rich to be able to follow it. It's like, forget it. Forget this shit. How fancy is my local theater? I wouldn't know. I haven't been there since pre-COVID. They might have changed the whole theater. Exactly. The streaming capability is so fast. Like, a lot of these movies, they flop at the box office. Within 2 weeks, you could get it at home. Joker 2? You could get Joker 2 at home on demand in 7 days. It flopped so hard at the box office, they immediately put it on the fucking service so you could get it because no one went to the movies to see it. I wonder if it made any money at home. God. Can't click. Someone tipped me $1 and said, did you hear about Wings of Redemption's 1v1 challenge against me in Black Ops 6? Would you even entertain it? No. I'm not even kidding you. Dude, I have open conversations right now with Wings of Redemption where he could just reach out to me and say, hey, you want to do a collab? You want to do something like that? He literally doesn't talk to me. I swear those guys, like, they just talk on their show to get a rise, and then they act like I'm not, I don't, like, oh, well, he doesn't respond. You didn't fucking talk to me. I don't watch your show. You know what it is? I just don't think they believe that I don't watch their show. I seriously do not watch it. Okay? I don't. Every once in a while, someone sends me a clip of Lolcow Live. They're like, you gotta watch this. And I watch it. I'm like, all right. Sometimes there's something interesting, and sometimes I go to sleep. It depends. And, you know, why on earth do they say these things publicly on their show, but never to the person who they're actually addressing so I'd even know it exists, right? Like, right now, if Jordy contacted me behind the scenes and said, hey, Phil, would you like to do a 1v1 in Call of Duty, and we'll hype it up and we'll make an event out of it? I would consider it. I'm not saying I would do it. I would consider it at least. I'm open to possibilities now. I'm a lot more open-minded now than I ever used to be. You know, I know that things get hype, and I know that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't understand why he won't contact me via the open conversations we have now to make an offer instead of talking about it on a show where I don't watch it and I'll never hear about this unless you mention it like 7 days later in $1 tip. Then I know about it. So if ever that happens, like, oh, Phil doesn't respond, don't listen to their bullshit. It's because what it is, they're trying to stir up drama for their show. Like, if they would just talk to me, I might consider this stuff, but they seriously don't talk to me. Fictitious says it's building up hype. No, it's not. Building up hype would be we talk, we agree to it, and then on each of our respective shows, we build up hype with them among our audiences to get everyone excited. Literally talking about something you haven't even discussed with the person yet on your show, it cannot happen. You understand? Like, this is the same thing that Keem tried to do years ago to get me to be part of Lolcow Live before it was the Lolcow podcast. DSP is going to be one of the hosts. You didn't even talk to me. No, I'm not going to be a host. You need to speak with me first, and let's talk about it. I'm open to things now. Let's discuss, and then we'll go from there. Don't just say things are going to happen because you want them to happen. And in fact, that's actually going to deter me from wanting to do the thing because you acted like somehow you have power over me to just make something happen because you said it. That's ridiculous. No. Come at me with respect. Come at me like a human. Make an offer. I'll consider it, and I'll either accept or decline, dependent on how you come at me with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't work with racists. That's great. Don't work with racists. Wings makes over 100K on Lolcow Live, according to him. I would not dispute that. Did you see the viewership the show has? And apparently they get insane amounts of super chats and stuff. I wouldn't dispute that at all. In fact, I pretty much believe it. I would think that would be accurate. I need to clean my desk here. Ugh, something spilled. I gotta clean that. Yuck. It's the internet, not a 1800s pistol duel. Talk some shit back and someone will relay the message. Okay, Wings sucks ass at video games in general, and he really sucks ass at Call of Duty. I'll wipe the fucking floor with him if he ever comes at me in any video game competitively whatsoever. It doesn't matter if it's his best or worst. I'm still better than him. He has absolutely not a fucking shadow's chance on this planet of ever beating me in a competitive video game. There you go. Done. Is that a good promo? Nice emote. Shots fired. Is that what it is? Shots fired? Yeah, right. No, here's the thing. In truth, I'm a very competitive guy. You know, in my life, when people tell me I can't do something, I then work hard to persevere and do it. How many years have people said, you suck at this, you suck at that, and then I persevere, and I'm still here, and I'm actually doing well as a content creator in my life, like everything, right? All these years, people held me back. In Street Fighter, whenever someone talked monstrous shit about me that I'm a scrub and I can't back it up, and then I ended up becoming one of the best players in the country after dedicating myself to getting good, you know? So if this was real and Wings actually seriously thought that, like, he'd be like, oh yeah, let's challenge Phil, I'll easily beat him. Dude, this is just gonna be a redo of the last time that he did this. He's going to, he doesn't understand. It's gonna be the same situation as last time, where he thinks, oh, he has the upper hand and he's favored to win, and he's just gonna get spanked left, right, up, and down in every fucking direction. He cannot hang with the king. Okay? However long ago that was, that he did that 1v1 challenge, remember? How embarrassing that was? I hope he has like 17 backup controllers for how many times he's going to be slamming and breaking them. That's all I have to say. Dick Jones, 5 gifted memberships on YouTube. Thank you, Dick Jones, for 5 gifted memberships. Everyone who's getting them, enjoy. That's a good for 15 bucks of support. That gets us up to 56 and climbing. Thank you so much. We are at least a third of the way to our goal now, which is excellent. That's right. Does he what mode does Wings play? Does he play standard? Does he play hardcore? Like, what does he play the most? I'm just curious. Dick Jones is all fake. All right. Dick Jones only giving fake memberships out here. That's correct. Rosterian says $15. It says a YouTube sub is £5 when I check. My YouTube subs are $3.99 American. If it says £5 for you, that's because YouTube pricing is different where you are. But my pricing is $3.99. Out of that, I get about 75. I think it's like 60 to 75%. So roughly, I make around $3 a membership on YouTube. Dark Side Pimp has gifted a sub on Kick to Hopefully Soft. So there you go. Thank you so much, Dark Side Pimp. Now here's the thing. With that's $5. Why? Kick gives you $4.75 per each $5 sub that they offer. So I make way more on a Kick sub than I do on a YouTube membership. I can't play World of Warcraft, Hopefully Soft, because they have no protections whatsoever for trolls. So when I tried to play it twice in my YouTube career, I tried to play World of Warcraft. Each time trolls invaded wherever I was, they found me on a server. For example, the first time I tried to play it, they actually invaded the server and killed all the mobs in the starter area. So literally no one could level up or pass the introduction of the game. So that was a dud. And then I had to play the rest of it offline that day, or off stream off that day, so no one could stalk me. And then the second time I tried to play World of Warcraft, people knew that was going to happen. So we addressed it as such. And basically, yeah, the entire day, people were running around with, like, ridiculously insulting, disgusting names that would get you permabanned, but they don't care because that's the goal, is to basically cause a ruckus. And they were doxing. They were doing all kinds of fucked up stuff. So after, like, the second time, I was like, that's enough, you know. There's just no way to play this game when you have a hate base online, you know? Yeah, well, the thing is, One Sick Puppy says, I'm surprised you stuck with it and kept playing WoW and you didn't just quit a few minutes in. The first time that I had done it, this was like when I just started on Patreon, And an early Patreon goal was if we raise this much this month, I'll play World of Warcraft on a special marathon stream. And then the whole thing got ruined by my trolls, and I couldn't stream it. I had to turn the stream off and play it offline. So, well, not offline, off stream. It's online, but off stream, so no one could find me and troll me. So it sucked. Like, the whole intention was to do a fun, interactive World of Warcraft stream for like a whole day, and I couldn't do it because of the trolls. So, I was financially committed to doing it, so I did it, but I had to do it in a way worse way. Am I going back to Dragon Ball, Brian? I don't want to play the game online because it wasn't good online. Even though I won like 90% of my matches, I hated the online play. And the story mode, I played the whole Goku saga, and not a single person has asked me to go back to it. By the way, the game lost over 90% of its player base. Seriously, everyone bought it, played through like Goku's story, played online for like a week, and then never played it again. So much for it being a competitive fighting game. Like people were touting when it first came out, how ludicrous that was. Do I think I would enjoy World of Warcraft if given the chance? I played World of Warcraft back in the day. When it was brand new, I had a Tauren shaman. I had a Tauren shaman when I started. And then, or was it a hunter? No, I think I had a shaman and I had a hunter. I had 2 different characters. And then later on, in the mid-2000s, I played it again. And both times that I played it, I loved it. I actually really like MMOs. Back in the day, I enjoyed playing them. They were very chill. I really liked City of Heroes and City of Villains. I played the shit out of those games. Like, they were my enjoyment games. I would come home from a day of work, all stressed out, and I would sit there with a rum and coke, drink it, and just play the game at night and chill with people talking online. It was a very social thing. I loved it. But that's a lifetime ago. I don't have time for that anymore. Way too busy. Okay, guys, it's time to end the show. Oh, by the way, Newton, my bad. Newton, 2 months as a member, says, I hope Lolcow Live is a failure like their host. Now, that's just mean. That's just mean. I don't wish anyone ill. In fact, I've told you guys, I wish those guys the best. Keem was nice enough to come on this show several months ago as my first ever guest. He was part of the resurgence. By far, he was part of the resurgence. Us squashing our beef, okay, 100%. Was one of the things that gave me part of the attention that I got early on. I don't have any will ill towards Keem or Boogie or Wings. I really don't. I wish them the best. I hope that their show's great. But you guys know the show's not for me. I'm not into drama. So the Jerry Springer, jackass style stuff that they're doing over there is definitely not for me. Like, I absolutely would have hated being a part of that show. I mean, not being a part of that show was the best choice. Because it's led me on this trajectory of being successful, doing what I love, as opposed to being successful, but doing things that I don't like, which is what would have happened if I went over there. I still would have found success. It just would have been at what cost, right? And I didn't want to have it at that cost because I don't like that kind of stuff. Maybe they like it. If they do, more power to them. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? I've never liked that kind of content. So... Do I think Keem was buttering me up to try to eventually get me on the show for a segment eventually if something bad happens? Well, I have no idea, but it certainly hasn't happened, right? Same thing with Kino Casino. A lot of people say, oh, they're just buttering you up for a big downfall. Hey, guys, don't you think it would have happened by now? It was August. It's now going to be December. It's a little late for that now, right? So I think a lot of people were just very wrong about a lot of things. They wanted the worst. They were always it's the sky is falling, Chicken Little. But I get it. The reason they think that way is because things went really badly for me for many, many years. And now they've turned around. So okay. Let's end the show and get started. So tomorrow, all right. I'm not sure what we'll talk about on the show tomorrow. Of course, we're playing Bloodborne and Call of Duty today, so if anything happens with those, hopefully tomorrow we'll have some news to talk about. There's really nothing going on right now but game deals. Like, everyone's selling games for discounts and shit. That's like it. But maybe we'll actually have some game news and developments to talk about tomorrow. I guess we'll see. But thanks for a chill day. I hope that you guys enjoyed the Level 1 podcast. I will see you all Monday morning.